lining up hinges and getting everything nice and true on things like a van brace can sometimes be a bit awkward. So what I'd recommend is nut and bolt all of your holes first with the same size nut and bolt as the rivets, and then that'll get you 85% of the way there. And then simply just, it says, take out, I need both hands for this, take out a nut and bolt. Yeah, I will do, but you get the idea. Take out a nut and bolt and then replace them with a rivet of the right size, and that way you can be sure that your hinge is in the right spot. It's not going to drift off, do anything weird, and you should just about get there. So I'll show you. There he goes. So there we go. So I know he's all lined up, and this one here isn't. Sometimes it drifts around a bit, so we'll give that a few taps into place, and I'll show you what I do with that when I've done the rest, and then hopefully that will save you some grief in future on hinges. So I've put in the other rivet, that's okay. When we get to this one, we can see he's not quite lining up true. Now sometimes this can be because things aren't quite right on the van brace, and I think that's the problem there. So the nut and bolt still allows a little bit of movement. It's not riveted hard and fast, and that's another thing I do. Keep the rivets tight, but not absolutely tight until you're 100% sure everything's in the right spot. So I'm going to give that a little push, see if I can again do this with one hand. There we go. I think that's the issue there. It's just the edge of the wrapper knocking on there. So give me one moment, we'll give that a push and we'll see how it fits. Put it all together, and you can see on that angle, look, the hole's just about right. But at the bottom left of it, it looks like it's had a little bit of damage or been knocked, which means when I offer up my rivet, I can't get the rivet in there. So what I do, use my drill. I'm going to have to use two hands for this because I don't want to ruin the finish. And basically I just touch the hole with the drill and we should be okay. So I'll give that a quick go and we'll see. Touch the drill in. Now, a word of caution, when you're using drills and you're doing this sort of thing on finished items, be sure that everything else is where it needs to be. Don't go resighting holes even by a few mil, because when you get down the end here you might find your van brace opens or whatever. So we'll give that a test now. Let's get the light on it right, see if it fits. There we go, lovely. So I'll polish that rivet head up, we'll get him in, and then I'll remove that one last of all, and it's job done. But it's an easy way of marrying up 3 or 4 surfaces all quite readily and quite easily, using some nuts and bolts rather than trying to fudge your way through it all.